our gallery. I hope you all can hear me. Thank you so much for joining us tonight at our opening reception here at our gallery in New York. We are very pleased to introduce and present two exhibitions we have going on right now. A solo exhibition by Sahar Kalahan called The Dance of Life, which is what you're seeing behind me, and I'm going to walk you through. And also a collective exhibition called Cadences of Color, which is up in our mezzanine area, which we'll also do a walkthrough as well, so you can get a little bit of the live action here tonight for those of you who couldn't join us. So thank you so much for coming through, and we'll start here. We're not going to go piece by piece, but I do want to let you see a little bit of Sahar's work, and also the visitors who we have here who are really happy to be seeing Sahar's work as well. So what you're looking at here is Gambles of Destiny. Sahar works, and she's a multidisciplinary artist working in various media, painting, sculpture, and this piece is actually one of her older pieces, not part of the newer series that we have shown before, but such a powerful emotional piece that really speaks to her themes on immigration, separation, isolation. Sahar is an Iranian artist based out of Canada, so a lot of her work is centralized on these themes, which are very universal and emotionally speak to us as humans, and through our plight of the challenges that we face throughout our daily lives. So we're going to walk here a little bit. Sahar also incorporates projections on her work, so you'll see that over here. This piece is called Soldiers, and some of her pieces also incorporate sound. I'm not sure if you can hear it here tonight. Not this one, but Gambles of Destiny does. But they have a really powerful emotional depth to them that when you're standing in front of them, draws you in to her experiences and her storytelling and her narrative, which I think is just so important to her work. So I want to spin back around this way, and I want to point out the piece that I was standing in front of earlier. This piece, the painting is called The Waiting Room, and the sculpture that goes with it is called Out of the Waiting Room. So I think it's important for us to speak to Sahar's evolution of her work that she created a few years ago, but also her newer series, which we're also showcasing here tonight. So Sahar takes these themes on separation and loss of identity, and has evolved them as she reflected on COVID and the pandemic that we all experienced and are still experiencing. So if we want to spin around this way, let's walk this here. This way. Yeah, right around this. I want to give you all a glimpse into seeing the whole space and seeing all of Sahar's work together. So as I was saying, Sahar's work is about immigration and separation, and during COVID, she, in consideration of these themes, thought about how we are all isolated and experiencing a loneliness during the pandemic that spoke to her earlier work, but also inspired her newer series, which we see over here. So she, during this time, took a moment to reflect and came out with color and came out with lines, and then eventually came out with figures, and the figures were touching and they were close together and they weren't separated. And I think that separation has been such a theme for all of us over this last year, and I think it's very interesting how Sahar has taken an opportunity to intertwine this with her own experience and her own life story. She's such a beautiful storyteller and such a creative mind, and we're so pleased to have her work here tonight. Let's do a spin around so we can see. Start over here. And I want you all to be able to see. Come this way. We're going to walk you over here. And we're going to come up this way. So this, the work Sahar created actually during COVID becomes lighter and more uplifting, and reminds us of this togetherness and this closeness. Just back this way. All right. Come up this way and take a look at it.